Anupama, Friday the 3rd of January. Babuki and Nandita leaving in Saga's auto while Bar in Tichu's car. Nandita sees a guy in another auto and gets shocked. She tells Babuji that Sushil was in the auto and had threatened her on call for giving birth to the baby. Sagar says how dare he. Babuji asks her not to be scared. Nandita says if he does something wrong with my daughter then. Babuji asks her to fight for her daughter. Sagar asks her to look at Anupama, who is fighting with life and so many things. Nandita says you both are right, I shall be strong for my daughter. Kinjal, Vanraj and others come to the temple. Kinjal tells Vanraj that their house is breaking and asks him to do something. He gets a call about the share, and asks someone to sell it with 1 lakh profit, and smiles. Anupama comes to Anuj. Just then mic testing starts, and she calls Anuj as Kanhaji, but he doesn't listen and she gets distracted due to the kids there. The arti starts in the temple. Anuj gets thoughts of Anupama and says Anu. Anupama calls Anuj. She moves back. Just then she sees Nandita slipping due to stepping on the watery floor, and Asha falling down from her hands. She shouts Asha. Anupama runs to catch Asha, and Anuj catches Asha and looks at the baby. Anupama looks at his face and gets shocked and teary eyes. Nandita looks at her baby from far. Anupama calls him Anuj. Anuj looks at her. Nandita comes there and takes the baby. Anuj reacts seeing Anupama. Anupama calls him. Anuj gets scared and runs. Anupama shouts Anuj. Everyone turns and looks at him. Anupama tries to stop Anuj. Anuj pushes her and runs. Ba says Anuj in such condition. Babuji asks someone to see Anupama. Taitu, Dimpy, Sagar and others go behind him. Vanraj and Toshu also go behind him. They see a man sitting with his face covered, but he is someone else. Dimpy says how can he be in such a condition, he is the Anuj Kapadia. She asks if he was Anuj. Taitu says mummy can't be wrong and tells that he was Anuj sir. She says she is very stressed. He asks her to come home. Dimpy says I will also search Anuj sir. She says until I meet him and talk to him, I won't be relieved. Kinjal and Sagar search for Anupama. Kinjal says I can't believe that he was Anuj sir. Sagar says I heard from Babuji about him, and is shocked to see him like this. Kinjal says Anuj sir was mummy's fairy tale dream which had fulfilled and today he was in such a condition. Toshu says it was shocking to see Anuj like this. He says if it was lookalike. Vanraj says Anupama can never be wrong to identify Anuj, and says we have to find out what happened to him. Dimpy tells Taitu, if Papa gets upset with us. Taitu asks if she is hearing what she said, and says she is talking like Paki. He reminds her that Anuj and Anupama helped her get justice when that incident happened with her, and her own family disowned her. She says she don't want to remember the past. He asks her to remember those people at least and asks her to go home. He says he will help mummy. Indra and Nandita talk about Anuj and Anupama and pray for their union. Anupama cries and asks Anuj why he is going far from her, what she has done. She calls him. Anupama sees Anuj and comes to him. She says I am your Anu, and asks him to listen to her. Anuj says leave me alone and tries to go. She asks why you are in such a condition. Anuj shouts Anu, leave me alone. Kinjal, Sagar and Taitu come there. Then Vanraj and Toshu also come there. Taitu and Kinjal hold Anupama. The Sadhus come there and asks Anupama why she is troubling him and asks Anuj not to be scared. Anupama says he is Anuj Kapadia, all the world knows him, he is my husband and I was his wife. She says first I became Rukmini, from Radha and now Meera, and says she is living her life away from Anuj and their daughter. She asks them if they know anything about their daughter and asks Anuj where is Choti. Vanraj asks where did you meet him. Sadhu says they found him outside his ashram. Other Sadhu says he doesn't talk and haven't told us anything. Sadhu says he didn't tell his name, and that's why they name him Kanha. Toshu asks if there was anything found with him, some identification card. Sadhu says no. Vanraj asks didn't you go to police. Sadhu says police said that they will not search any beggar's family. Anupama pleads in front of Sadhu to give her Anuj to her, and cries badly. Please kindly subscribe, like, comment and share.